Okay, there you can see. I'm not sure if you can see that very well, but the lights are on. Okay. Okay, so that's the lights switching on and off. Basically, this is always left on automatic. Otherwise, the pool isn't automatically cleaning and filtering itself every evening. Go. Okay, so let me explain these two boxes. These two boxes, this one is used to like send a little electric shock into the water, which keeps it from going green. It's how it basically how it cleans the pool. And this is a pH regulator, so it's got a little pump in it here, and that's sucking out slowly, drop by drop, this pH regulator. So the pool tends to get more and more alkaline as you go, so that's a bit of acid to reduce the acid. So let's have a look at those. So I'll just switch on to manual mode. You can see they switch on. This box you don't really have to do anything with it. There's a power selector here and you can increase the power, but I think we're already set at 100, which is maximum. And this is the regulator. See, at the moment, the ideal pH for the water is 7.2, and currently it's 8.5. So I mean, basically you can set it to whatever you want. So just now and again, just press the set button and that's it. You can see here. You can see here it's slowly pumping out the pH to regulate it. You see that it's dripping through. Okay? Yeah. I mean, quite often in summertime or every 2 or 3 months, what I do is I take the whole tank outside, the whole bottle outside, and I just give it about 2 or 3 seconds of this juice, and just helps make the swimming pool look a bit nicer, a bit cleaner. Go. Okay, so now we're out in the pool. We've got one last little job that we need to do, and this is the most time consuming. Is we need to pass the it's like a hoover basically. It sucks up the water, so it's got a suction system, and it goes right up and through the tank. Because the water's so dirty at the moment, because this is the first clean before use. Rather than keeping the water filter on filter, we're going to push it out into the garden. Okay. Go. Go. Okay. So this is the hose. I'm going to attach it here. Sticks on like that. And then what I do, I'm going to keep this in the water to blow out the air bubbles, and then attach it to that. But one thing, the best thing, I've got a little system here I've got to get the hard to reach places. So what I do is I use this for doing the stairs. You see? That would be really handy for doing the stairs and the very corners. If you get any big lumps that you might need. I'll show you how that works. Obviously, before you start hoovering up, you need to go through with the net. And look at, you can see it's telescopic. Go through and get up any big leaves and stuff before you start. Stones especially, twigs and stones especially, whatever carrier bags. I'll just pop it out into the road. And voila. what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this end with the special extension on up against the wall, and then we can do the big bits of the pool. And that's easy to do without having that stick on. So then you go through here, you get out all the air. There's no point pumping that into the system. And you just attach this while it's underwater.
Go.
Okay, so extend that to the length it needs to be. About there. Twist it, and it's tight. Okay, this is quite an important part of the swimming pool theory about how to get and maintain really good pressure from your suction machine. So, like we said before, we were going to turn, because the pool's so dirty, we're going to put it onto wash. That's going to throw the water out. Okay, so it's gone to wash, but you wouldn't normally do this. You'd normally leave it on filter if the pool's clean. Okay, then of the 3 taps that we explained before, skimmer, bañadera and fondo, and the impulse, you always leave this open for this. That should always stay open unless you're changing this filter. Anyway, so ideally you want to leave the bañadera all the way open, and then you switch it on. And once it's switched on, you slowly reduce the skimmer, and you slowly reduce the fondo, keeping an eye on this filter here and the amount of air. You can see there the amount of air that is in the tank, because the idea is to have no air in the system. Therefore, you've got maximum suction. As soon as you get air in the system, then you're going to lose power. And you need to be checking out the pressure gauge to see exactly how much suction you're getting. So let me switch it on. So what I do is I start with all of the taps open, and I just let it run. And then what I'll do, you can see there, I haven't got much pressure. I'm just going to show you something. That pressure's starting to go up now, you see? There's no water in here, so we're doing well. There are no air bubbles. There are no air bubbles in here. And there are no air bubbles in here either. So we're doing really well. So what I'll do now is I'll start to reduce the skimmer, and you can see that the pressure will start going up. So what we do now is what I'll do now is I'll start. You see we've picked up some air bubbles now. I'll start skimming, and then I'll reduce again.
Go.
Move the finger.
I've gone.
Okay, so now we're outside, the machine's going, and what we're doing is we're just hoovering it. We're hoovering it up, and you can see that we've got nice suction there, and it's picking up all of the gear. We just do some slow strokes. And away we go. Up to the end. Back down, and if you can, it's sometimes worth just jumping across and just rolling it back. You need to overlap a tiny bit, otherwise you're going to miss a line. It's about there. And you see that's cleaning it as we go back. Okay, as you can see, got a bit of air in the filter now, and the pressure's raised. So what we need to do is we need to close off the skimmer all the way. And as that's circling round, what we're going to do is we just wait. We wait until the air's gone. You know, so then we start closing off. Then we start closing off the deep end, the front door. So as that goes, see that's brought it back down? So we should be okay now to carry on cleaning the pool. Okay. Yeah, one last thing to mention is that we should never, while the machine is switched on, we should never mess around with this switch.